Hey guys, it's me, Goose Benson. And of course, lovely Lulu. Shake? Yeah, it's a good dog. It's a good dog. Yeah. Lulu had a bit of a scuffle this morning. Um, I'm making breakfast, and I start hearing, right, a lot of barking. Like, not just barking, like growling, like two dogs fighting. And I take a peek out the window real quick, and I see Lulu going crazy on the fence. I'm like, oh boy, let me go out and stop it. So I'm heading towards the door and I start to hear a girl scream, like a little girl scream, like, what the hell? So I rush out there and I call Lulu. I say, come here. She doesn't come here right away, but she stops trying to attack through the fence, which is good, at least. And then the dad comes rushing around the corner and takes the leash of the dog. And then the girl goes running off screaming, and he's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, oh, I'm saying that too, it's okay, it's okay. And she runs off screaming, and I'm like, hey man, sorry. She doesn't really know how to talk to other dogs. And he's like, oh, neither does our dog. We're working on it, sorry. And then he goes off calling after his daughter. So that's how that happened. Right after the fact, I can come to the conclusion that what happened was, right, there's an Airbnb like 2 houses down, and for whatever reason they decided to let their daughter walk their like German Shepherd dog, like she's like 7 or 8, walk them down the road, right, of houses and people and animals they don't know. And so I can only assume that the dog saw Lulu and ran at the fence, and the girl couldn't hold the dog. Definitely not. Right? The dog was bigger than she was. And so they were trying to eat each other through the fence. So that was very probably traumatic for her. And I wanted to go over there afterwards and say, hey, do you want to come meet Lulu without the dog? You can see how much of a sweetheart she is. But that's not really my place. So, Lulu did nothing wrong. She's in her area, her yard, protecting her property. Any other animal that comes up to it is subject to the Lulu's, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm thinking of like a border crossing. I forgot what those are called. A checkpoint. I don't know. Like we have to go through and you show a passport. That's like Lulu. It's up to Lulu whether you get through or not. And she was not having it. So that was eventful. And there was nothing I could do to it sucks I can't have a conversation with Lulu about she needs to understand the situation that there's a little girl there. So that kind of sucks. Lulu did nothing wrong. All I could do is give her some pets and say, hey, you need to calm down a bit, So, yeah. Eventful Sunday morning. Moving on from that. My sister's boyfriend did really well at districts, and he's going to state. So that's exciting. That should be in like 2 or 3 weeks. For wrestling, I should say. If I didn't. And, he's usually pretty honest with himself about how good he is and stuff. And he predicted correctly how well he'd do at districts. And he doesn't think he'll win state. I think he'll go far. I don't know how it works, if it's like top 1 or 2 or 1 to 4, go farther or consider a win, maybe 1 to 3, right? First, second, third. I don't know. But there's going to be a lot of good wrestlers. And I hope he does well because he's a senior. This is his final wrestling he gets to do. So you'll probably hear from me how he did at that on that vlog. And if anyone here is watching this that actually does watch my videos, like listens to them in what I have to say, I believe I mentioned once or twice that I want to talk about in the vlog what I'm going to be changing a little bit. I'm not going to change my style or my humor. I make videos how I want them to be made, so you don't have to worry about that. But what I mean specifically is, a lot of the time I was doing like one gameplay edited video, and then like a lot of funny videos throughout the week. That's not really working, right? Like some of my super bangers that I think are just absolutely hilarious get like 20 views, 30 views. And while it's not all about the views for me, if I see a video like Subnautica gameplay video getting 250 views, that's what I want to make. I want to make things that people want to see. I'm still gonna make, right? If I have a funny idea, I'm still gonna make those. This won't be as often. Because what I'm gonna try to do is, I think currently, like for this next week at least, it's gonna be starting at Monday, so tomorrow if you're watching this, but it's like Subnautica, and then that Minecraft series I started, and then the Deep Rock Deep Dive, Elite Deep Dive, and then another Subnautica, and then another Minecraft. And then Saturday, I guess, is open. If like anything, I do anything cool, like the pinball or the Super Bowl halftime show, that could go in that slot. Or probably just a, funny little video one of the funny videos that I'm talking about, right? Upload that on Saturday, and the Sundays for vlog. So I think that's what I'm going to do, at least for this week. And hopefully it goes well. Something I do notice, though, is that normally, like, the first and second episode of the series gets a lot of views, and then doesn't after that. So I would assume people see, like, second or third, and they're like, oh, I could go watch the first. But if it starts getting too long, maybe they're like, it's not worth the time. But I don't know. I would only assume for myself, if I saw, like, a high episode, if I see episode 7, episode 20, they'd be like, ooh, I could binge it. Let's go watch episode 1 and see if it's good, and then I could binge this. But maybe not everyone thinks that way. I don't know. That's how I'm going to do it. And also, another thing is I need to be, when I sit down to make this, I need to make sure that I'm in the mindset of being upbeat and positive. Because I'm not always. But I need to make sure that I am when I make the video. So if I'm not feeling like making a video, I shouldn't make it. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I think I noticed in like my third and fourth Subnautica video, when I was editing, I was like, I don't sound like I'm having fun. Maybe I did. But when I was editing it, it sounded like that. So I just need to make sure that I never want to be an overreact kind of person, but I also don't want to be a depressing channel. Like, that doesn't make sense. So, I'm going to do my best for that this week. Please let me know what you think. Watching the video helps. Liking, I'm sure, helps. Commenting, I'm sure, helps. I don't know exactly what those do, but I think it helps. So for those of you that do that, thank you. Never like or comment because you think you have to, just to help me. Only do it if you liked the video, please. So I know what people like. So, no climbing video this week. We didn't actually go climbing this weekend, so I didn't get a record. But I should have one for next week. So, long vlog today. I actually had stuff to talk about because I wrote stuff down. Right? And obviously this morning was the dog thing. So, thank you for watching. Let me know if what I said here sounds good or not to you. And if you are watching the videos this week, let me know what you think, please. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.